Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things, like communication and consent. If you are under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the Dude Bro listeners, this is the nerdy shit. Fuck off!
Are we going to start this or what?
It's recording.
Oh. Well, I'm waiting for my La La Land warriors.
Yeah, you do. The fuck was that?
That was your intro. There you go, Lala. Hop in.
Are you going to fight? You have to war her. You have to do your rendition.
Oh, God, just kill me right now. I'm gonna pee.
No, don't pee here.
You need a pee bucket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lala's right here.
Oh, there's
She
a
loves
bucket.
pee.
Oh, gosh.
Are you going to La La for me?
La 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 la. La la. La la land.
All right.
Man whore, man whore. Everybody wants to be a man whore. Man whore, man whore. A man whore on Lala's land.
Welcome to Lala's Land. That was lovely, you guys. Thank you. Tonight, I have a wonderful guest, and his name is Russ. Hi, Russ.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, it's definitely new. I've never been on a podcast before, so this is pretty exciting.
Well, good. I'm going to break you in hardcore right now. You ready?
Okay.
We're going to talk about sex. Why? Because it's my favorite subject.
Right.
Sex.
Okay.
All things sex. All right. First, how old were you the first time you had sex?
16.
Was it good, bad, or ugly?
I mean, it was decent.
Did
from
you
what
get
I
off?
remember. Yes.
Did she get off? Or he? I won't
she
assume.
did.
Okay. Well, then that's good.
Yeah. I mean, the place wasn't the best, but I mean, it happened.
Where were you? In a car?
No.
Over a gravestone?
Actually.
Against a tree? In the
no.
front yard?
Nope. A trailer.
Like in the back of
Yeah.
a horse trailer?
No. Like
A motorhome? Mobile home?
It's not a mobile home.
Camper?
It was like a camper trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that wasn't good?
I mean, it was okay. Like, I don't know. I guess I just expected more from it.
All
For
right.
some reason.
That's fair. That's fair. It only got better from there, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. What's something sexual that you just really don't like?
Anything that is in and around my butt, no way.
Oh, no tushy play.
No.
No.
Nope. That's a hard no.
All right. That's fair. You're young. You may change your mind.
Doubt it.
It's possible. I'm just saying. I don't know
Stop it,
what
you're
that
so-
means. They are making hand gestures.
I don't know.
Of, like,
something about
Oh,
booties,
and
I guess.
tongues, and she's blowing bubbles over here, I think, or something, or kissing in the air. I don't know. All right. My co-hosts are crazy. What is your favorite sex toy?
I've personally never had one. I've used some on a person, but that's the farthest, like,
So
I've
none
ever-
for you, but what would
Yeah,
be
no.
your favorite toy to work on with your partner? Use on your partner.
I mean, it was just a little vibrator. It was like a little tiny thing.
Yeah?
Kind of like a little bullet.
And this
yeah.
was in the past, not present?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. All right. Bzz, bzz, I like it. What is your favorite body part on your partner?
Booty.
Her booty?
Oh, yeah.
It's majestic.
She does. She does have a phenomenal booty.
Gotta say,
You know what's
everyone
funny?
agrees
When
with
we
you.
first met, that's not the first thing I actually noticed about her. That, like, I didn't even see that, to be totally honest.
Was it her smile and
No,
twinkle in
it was
her
actually
eye?
your eyes. Like, that was the very first thing
Smile,
that...
twinkle in her eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes. She's gorgeous no matter what. All right. What's something that you want to do or have done now that you wouldn't have done before you learned about kink?
I actually just recently been introduced to flogging.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. I kind of like it. It's not really sexual for me per se.
Okay.
It's more of like a stress reliever in a way, because sometimes I just have a lot of pent up stress and I put that into video games because that's, how I go about, using it. But for using flogging, it was like helping me in that sense.
That's great.
So, and like, I wasn't angry or anything. Like, there was no, like, anger or anything involved. It was just, like, it was fun.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good.
But, yeah, that is something I never thought I would ever be involved with, ever.
Well, that's awesome. Well, good. Well, thank you. Those were pretty vanilla because I know that you're new. And I didn't want to overwhelm you too bad with really sexy stuff. So now we're going to hop into Gotham Press Podcast and join the other two co-hosts. And they're going to have a plethora of questions for you. And we're going to do that right now.
From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business, sexual topics to
There you
explore
go.
your whoredom, good if you're new or a kinky order. Gotham Press Podcast. The nerdy kinksters your parents warned you about.
Stop breaking the law, asshole! From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business, sexual topics to explore your whoredom, good if you're new or a kinky Yoda. Gotham Press Podcast. The nerdy kinksters your parents warned you about.
I love that shit.
Well, okay. Hey. Welcome back, Gothamites, to the Gotham Press Podcast. This is one of your hosts, Anemic Princess. Today, we are joined by my co-host, Micromanager Lala,
Heidi, Heidi, ho.
and another co-host of ours, the wonderful Greedy Paul.
Heedy, 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 hee.
Heidi, 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 hi.
Howdy, 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 ho.
Hooty, 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 hoo.
And we have a wonderful first-time guest this week.
It's one of
Russ. Hi, Russ.
Hi.
Before we get started today, we would like to go ahead and thank our supporters over on Patreon
just
for
got a titty
just... Wait, what?
From
I
who?
just got a titty pic. My girlfriend.
Oh,
I want to see.
nice.
I've seen him in person. I want to see.
I know. I've seen them in person
The
too.
pity.
They're nice.
They're nice.
Greedy just received a titty pic.
I think we sat across from each other one
Yes,
day with
yes.
boobs out.
It was
Yeah.
quite nice.
Yeah. All right.
I was there.
Sorry.
Both of you had your titties out?
Yes.
Yeah, you had yours out too.
I was
think
actually
we,
the first person to show
I think
them.
we all did.
Nice.
that happens
Good
pretty,
times, good
pretty
times.
often. Patreon. Titties happened and just... Thank you to our supporters over on Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can help the podcast thrive. For $5 a month, you get early access to all of our episodes. And for $10 a month, our very own Thief of Dreams will write an erotica centered around you and even read it on the podcast.
Oh, I can't wait.
Where the hell is Thief?
Him sleeping.
Oh my god.
His time schedule's all
We
jacked.
need to be sure not to be too loud today.
Hello, motherfucker.
It'd
Wow.
be a shame if somebody screamed.
Sure be a shame if somebody screamed.
Go suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small.
Wow. I bet the levels were like,
Wait, hold on. I
topped
thought the
off.
lights just flickered for a second.
He'll mosey out at the end. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll come around, but he's a little sleepy.
He'll
so.
come.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
come
not
and then he'll
that
come
right
out. Of his room.
That was a good
See
one.
what you did there, double entendre.
Oh, my
Did you say
goodness.
nipple entendre? How do you entendre?
Entendre?
Nipple?
No, I did not say nipple, although
That's where your brain's
It is,
at.
because
Very-
I
Yeah,
just
you were
said
stuck in
nip-nops.
our nipples.
I'm pretty sure I
not.
said double, but I mean, the whole nipple thing, I can get behind that.
We're being so rude to Anemic. She has words.
Oh,
She has to
things to
finish her
say.
thing.
well, shit. Finish your words.
Without the interruption of nipples.
Oh, but I love the interruption of nipples. Goddamn. Well, but if you like to know where we can be found, go ahead and check us out in the show notes. If you'd like to go ahead and reach out to us, please do so by contacting Candy's Sweet Box. Can I go ahead and get that number, please?
805
303
11.
73.
Yeah. Why are you?
I was hoping our guest would know.
I have no idea. I was like, I don't
my
Your
not
own
know.
All right,
co-host
so you
doesn't
need to get
know.
your phone out, okay, and type in this phone
Anemic
number,
doesn't know.
805-303-1173. Then just randomly text it and find out what happens.
Well, also you can call it and listen to Candy's sweet voice.
oh yeah,
Oh.
she's
Yeah,
kind of
it's a little erotic. I mean, if you're into that,
Don't do it on speakerphone in church, okay?
or in front of your
Not
boss.
a good idea, or in your parents.
Yeah, it's
Well, I suppose you shouldn't be in your parents either way.
in your
Right.
parents.
Yeah.
But-
Outside of a dog, reading is man's best friend. inside of a dog, reading is damn near impossible.
Anemic, tell us about our sponsors.
We would like to go ahead and thank our sponsors. This time, let's go ahead and let's start with Thieves Touch, everyday floggers for everyday needs. He can be found on Etsy. We'll talk about steel Brat Pacis made by our very own Brat of Steel. If you would like a custom adult pacifier, you can find him on Instagram and on FetLife. JW Paddles, we need a good piece of wood to get some spanking with. jwpaddles.com. They can also be found at the Stockroom in LA. And we also have our last one, Piercings by Bee. And for some reason, I just feel like, yes, Piercings by Bee LLC. I feel like Russ should talk about this one.
Do you want to talk about this one?
You have new holes.
Oh, yes, I do.
A lot, and you let me see every single one. You naughty, dirty boy.
I mean, they're just on my ears.
Wait. Oh, damn. So when are you getting your PA?
Never.
Why not?
No, thank you.
It's not like she hasn't seen it.
Yeah, but I just could not do metal in there.
Oh, dude.
She's still trying to get me get my nipples pierced, and I don't know how I feel about that one.
Okay, I can personally vouch for that, as can Anemic.
Yes.
Okay, that is worth it.
Worth it.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
my chest now. I need you to understand, as someone who has occasional dysphoria and also just generally didn't like my chesticles,
Right.
I love my chest. I love people knowing that I have
And the
piercings
titties are
there. Yeah. Greedy's titties are out. Let's go ahead and
Titties
make
are
that
out.
clear.
Stop it.
Oh, no.
He's doing it. Oh, he's rubbing them.
And I feel like
They're healed. I can do that.
you'll feel
good thing they're
so
healed.
cool.
When did
B,
you wash
I
your
can
hands?
do that, yes.
When did you wash your hands
I can
last?
do that. She said
Did you wash your
before I
hands
came
first?
out here.
All right, then.
All right, well,
I mean, I don't
that's
know.
good enough.
All right.
I kind of went to the restroom first and then went and washed my hands. So I mean, hi Lala.
No touchy.
It's the finger that avoids the
I don't know
soap.
where those nip nops have been. And you're touching them. Ew, he's making the sex face.
So, Russ, how many piercings by Bee do you have at this point?
I now have 11.
11.
And they're all in your
Yeah.
ears?
Well, I have
Well, I see
one
one
in
in the
my
nose.
nose and then one in my septum.
Oh,
right
I did
here.
see the septum. I didn't see the
So
other
yeah,
one. in
total
your
I have
nose.
11. It's funny because like before we were together, I had like nothing.
So basically, you're her practice pincushion.
You could say that.
Did you ever think you'd get with a girl that you'd let stab you
No.
11 times, especially?
Yeah, no. I couldn't really do anything with my ears like growing up. I couldn't have piercings. My parents were like very straightforward and very strict. Couldn't really express myself growing up at all. And now that I'm like older, I'm not in their household. I'm kind of like doing my own thing now, and they don't like it. Like when I first got this blacked out arm, they were just like, "What in the heck is that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's not on your body. It shouldn't bother you."
You're like, I'm in charge of my own bodily autonomy now, and I
Right.
can do whatever the fuck I want.
And then they're very against guys getting piercings. They're like, "Oh, well, if you get a piercing, then you're gay." And I'm like, it's not necessarily that. And you know what I mean? It's like kind of something that I want. I'm not, gay at all. And even if I was, who cares? So
You're like, a piercing didn't make you that way.
yeah, right. So they're very judgmental, and I try not to be because
Just tell them that they can pray the gay away. Okay.
They can work on
see
that
what
for
that
you.
does for them.
But yeah, I started off with 0 piercings. Now I have as much as my partner, my beloved over there, which is kind of ridiculous.
I mean, like, let's talk about that. So, who is your partner? If everyone hasn't inferred it already.
Right. It's bee stings on Fet, right, dear? Okay.
You're like, how to check.
I'm like, I don't know what it is because I don't have a Fet, but I should probably make one soon.
At this
I'll do
point,
that.
Yeah, I know. I've been in the community over a year. Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's been
super
that long.
crazy.
And like, yeah, it's kind of just been like, we can't have parties or anything because COVID's still around. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've actually been in this community for over a year now, which is wild in my opinion because I would have never saw myself in a kink community at all.
So, I mean, let's talk about how you got involved with us then, since it was something that you personally wouldn't have sought out on your own. Let's talk about kind of like that process of, because I'm assuming, and you can totally correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming that when you got with your honey, that, you know, her involvement may have inspired some of your own involvement.
I mean, yeah, and it was something that was very different because, like, growing up, sex, kink, all that kind of stuff was kind of like not talked about. It was like something that would never be involved with, you know, just communicating with my mother or my father about that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like, we don't do that kind of stuff here. Let's not get involved. So to be brought into it is definitely like an eye-opener and an experience in itself.
Sorry, Lala's having a moment over
No,
here.
it's okay. I'm not going to stop.
She may be
her
having
from
a
having
fit.
a moment.
Bee
Not
Stings
sure.
is she's being cute. I can't help but laugh.
She's feeding people French fries. I see it out of the corner of my eye.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's really just the sneaking up and down that was so stinking adorable.
Right.
So, in your household, and like I would like to let you know that, well, my household wasn't like that. I do know that I've met a lot of other kinksters where their households growing up was definitely like that. There was no amount of expression or talk about sex, much less kink. So, it just you're not alone in that regard. A lot of people, they find themselves here and they're like, oh yeah, no, if you would have caught me when I was a teenager, I would have never have imagined.
Yeah, no, because I've always been like brought up like, hey, you're gonna do this, gonna do it this way, you're gonna be a good kid. Like I didn't even like smoke a cigarette, and I didn't even drink till I was actually 21. Like that's the kind of like upbringing that I had. So you could kind of imagine where that, you know, where that comes into play. But I've been in the community like a whole year, and I didn't have like any experience with anything.
Yeah.
Bee stings, actually, we talked about it with Jack, right? And we were like, hey, we know you might not be, you know, into it, but let's give it a shot. And I was like, okay. So we kind of just set up a little play session and did some flogging. She introduced me to different kinds of like paddles and what they do, and she was explaining everything and where you should hit, where you should not hit, and kind of like the technique used. So I took all that information in, and I'm still learning a lot, but it was really fun. Like I really enjoyed it. Yes.
Were you getting spanked, or were you
No.
you were spanking someone else?
Yes.
Okay.
See,
I am
I
curious.
do not do, like, I can't take getting hit. That's just me. Like, I don't like it at all, and I would get angry.
Okay.
That's
So
completely
it's
valid.
like I've been in very hands-on kind of sports growing up. So my thing is, like, if I get hit, it's like a fight mechanism.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just like, no. Like, I go into a fight mode. It's not like, you know, I'm going to like run away from it or get hurt by
You
it. No,
can't
like,
relax and enjoy it. It
Yeah.
would just piss you off.
It turns
Yeah,
into
it
an
would-
aggression,
Yeah,
competitive
I would
thing.
just be like,
get
no,
that.
you're not going to do that to me. That's how it is.
Even for us like old timers, you know, you can take a bunch, but then there's sometimes that one hit that stings more than anything you've ever felt, and yeah, it'll piss you off and take you out of your space. It'll just freaking piss you off, and then you don't even want to play anymore.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to work with Jack, was how much, I guess, physical force behind it I should put into it, because I don't know. I'm new to this.
Right.
So I'd start off pretty light, and Jack, he could take a lot.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, is it okay? And I, you know, made sure with him, hey, is it okay if I put a little bit more? Am I okay to, you know, increase the force behind it? And Jack's like, yeah, but go ahead. So I would increase the force behind it whenever I would, you know, flog him. And I made it to where I got used to hitting shoulders I've hit rear ends, and I saw something my deer was doing, and she was walking while keeping the same distance from the person just to hit different areas. So that's something that I tried as well, and it was kind of fun. It's all a learning process, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
I've got to say, you checking in with him was really, really good.
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt somebody.
Oh, well, absolutely. And I was going to say that he's a wonderful person to learn to top on, at least for, like, with impact.
Right.
He's a great person for that, partially because he is a very heavy bottom. You know, he could take a whole lot. Like, I feel bad. Anyone who's first seen in the dungeon where if they watched him scene with someone, I do feel bad for them, because while it was absolutely beautiful to watch him scene, especially with his ma'am, you know, he gets wailed on because that's what he's into. You know, and I remember I see that and I'm just like, I can't take that, because I never define myself as a masochist, because while I like some pain, I'm a big old baby about it. So
Well, that's okay.
yeah, and that's the thing, is like checking in is really important. Always do that with anyone who you're topping, you know, just because you don't know where someone else's threshold is.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know their limits and everything, and that's something that I was really careful about, because I didn't want to overstep any boundaries or stuff like that.
Yeah, and also because he is an experienced bottom, he can probably tell a lot of what you're doing behind him, and he can tell what feels wrong. Right? So, like, if you were to do, like, any sort of, like, accidental wrapping of the flogger, he'd be able to, he can advocate for himself, because some bottoms can't. They have a hard time doing that. He's pretty immediate about advocating for himself, and when you say, oh, you wrapped, try, you know, step back a little bit maybe, or aim a little bit lower, or he's a great person to learn on. So I'm glad that you had that experience.
Yeah, and he didn't really go into, like, a space either. Like, what do you call that?
A subspace?
Yeah. He was very still in his, like, state of mind, and he was able to tell me what was good, what wasn't, or if I did something wrong, stuff like that, and that's what I, like, thoroughly enjoyed, because I don't know, and to be able to get that, you know, criticism back really helps me.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And I don't know, this just makes me smile, because, like, obviously I remember when you entered, but I even remember when Bee entered. And I remember, like, watching her learn flogging. We were at a flogging 101 class, and she, like, got to practice on me. And I just think that it's so cool that, like, now she's teaching her partner how to do it. So I'm just kind of sitting here just like, oh, my babies. they're growing up. So this flogging, flogging instruction, this was something that happened a little bit more recently, correct? So I guess I kind of want to know maybe a little bit more of, like, how did it kind of, if you and Bee are comfortable with this being shared, like, how did it come up between you two, like, that she's involved in this, and that, you know, it's something that you could potentially be involved into?
Flogging, or
just kink in general, being part of this community? That's what I'm looking for, like, specifically. Like, did she just kind of go, hey, by the way, beat up boys, I don't have to beat up you, but want a party? Like, I want to know what happened there.
Honestly, I kind of don't remember. She probably does, but I couldn't tell you. Dear,
stabbed you at that many holes, didn't you?
Yeah, she remembers. Do you want that explanation from her? Because
I'm fine. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
why not?
Because
Get on over here.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bee Stings.
Buzz, bitch. So what had happened was, I think this was before we were even dating, like before we were official, when we were just kind of like talking. And I was like, hey, I think I should let you know that, like, I'm kind of involved in this stuff. And I, like, showed you some pictures, and I was like, yeah, that's me. That's what I'm about. And you were like, okay.
Huh.
So that's how that happened.
Well, there you go.
He just said, okay. He was just like, okay. And then for a while it was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then it was like, I brought him in, and he's, like, gradually getting... Well, I mean, now he's beating people, so there's that.
I think so with my mind, like, when she told me about it, at first it didn't really mean anything to me, because I didn't really give any thought as to what was behind it, because I'd never been involved with a community. And then over time I was like, wait, is it just like massive orgies all the fucking time? My mind was like, wait, no.
That's like the biggest misconception.
Always. And like, that was something that I was just like, wait, hold on. We need to talk about this because I have no fucking idea.
Wait a second.
I got involved and it was nothing like that whatsoever. I mean, yeah, there's like polyamory and monogamy and people with different partners, and that's cool and all. It doesn't bother me what the heck soever. Like, people do what you want. But my mind was just like, holy shit, they're holding events for just fucking all the time.
God, I wish that's what it was about.
Sometimes I'm just like, fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
you're in
that
the
was-
wrong club then.
That was
Maybe.
my perception of it.
Go find
but,
some
yeah.
swingers.
Yeah.
You'll have all kinds of fun.
Hey, just go to a bar downtown. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you'll find some cool stuff.
Ooh,
What?
Oh no.
bars downtown.
Yeah, we went not too long ago. We've been going out.
Yeah.
Almost every other weekend.
I went out last weekend with a couple of our mutual friends, and we saw a very interesting thing at 2 a.m.
Oh.
We're walking down the street, and we're just see this big old group. We kind of come over, the two guys fighting shirtless.
Oh.
And we're just like, oh wow, this is crazy, you know. And right as my friend turns around, and it's just kind of like we're not getting well, it starts to turn around. I see one guy pick up the other and throw him through a glass, like through a storefront window.
What?
Like shattered and everything. I was like, that is the most
Dude,
hardcore.
That glass
That's
is
shit you
not.
see in like
Yes.
shows,
It's-
like
it was
TV
like a,
shows.
Yeah,
and
it was like a
movies.
cartoon bar fight. Like it
Wow.
was
That's
insane.
wild.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, how thick was that glass? I mean, and he got up
Was he a
surprisingly fast
big
and
old
took
guy?
off. Huh?
Was it a big dude who threw him, or was he just like?
They were both fairly average sized, actually.
Oh, wow.
And so, but they both took off real quick, and we were walking towards the car, and we ended up seeing him, and he did have some gashes on his shoulder, and he was
Damn.
fine. He was walking with his friends. I think he was still on some, like adrenaline, obviously.
Oh, heck yeah.
From that.
I probably
but,
felt it the next day for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I was just like, okay, that happened. I just saw like a cartoon bar fight.
How'd you get these shards in your shoulders and throughout your back? Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember. I blacked out.
Yeah, storefront plate glass is usually no thinner than 3/8 of an inch thick, so almost half inch. And it can get like 3/4 of an inch thick. It's not small stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why everyone was, because we all went silent, because I think in like the back of our brains we were all like, how did that just happen?
Some force behind that, man.
Damn.
I guess, yeah. Just how did you not
He was
explode
pretty
on
fucking
impact?
mad.
Anyway, that was a random tangent, but yeah, we've gone downtown because I don't know, we want to party now.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, it's been a while of being inside. I want to go outside and go watch drunks.
Fight.
Yeah, or go watch my friends dance is typically the part that I really like. Cause this one right here, let me tell you,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
I
don't
can't
know?
dance for shit.
you sure as hell do it though.
Nope.
Okay, even if you can't dance for shit, I've seen some pictures of you dressed to the nines. And fuck, dude. Oh my god.
What does that mean?
If you weren't straight,
You bet. Hey,
no promises about what would happen. Okay?
Flattered.
oh,
It hurts my ear.
Oh,
he's smiling and he's
Not
all
only is he
red.
smiling, but he's turning all shades of red
I know,
right now,
you're
ladies and
blushing.
gentlemen.
It's so cute.
This is-
You know what's funny is a lot of people actually think this is makeup. Like, we were out the other day at like some photo shoot and they embarrassed me and like my face turned red. They're like, "Wait, hold on, does he have blush on?" I'm like, no, that's my fucking face that I was talk shit to as a kid. It's trauma.
No, this is just trauma. It's fine.
So, full disclosure, I perved your TikTok account and found,
me, by the
found
way.
several pictures and videos of both of y'all, and oh fuck, the spank bank that night was wonderful.
Wow.
I'm not even ashamed of that shit. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Greedy's like, just let me be in the room. I'll be quiet.
You'll have to see why I wear my little pirate outfit.
I would be looking through the slats of the closet. Okay, like just.
He doesn't believe when I tell him he's hot.
Yeah, no,
I
don't
don't
believe that.
understand that. I feel like plenty of us,
Hang
because
on.
I've
I
told
gotta-
you
I
at
gotta-
some
I gotta
point,
find this shit.
several of our friends
Yeah,
have told you
it's
this at
just-
some point. They were like, you're very attractive, right?
No, like for me personally, I just don't believe it
Because we're a bunch of liars?
No,
Yeah.
it's just
Because we have bad taste? Okay.
growing
No.
up. No. Growing up, I wasn't really really that cute at all, in my opinion. But
Shut the hell up.
I was never really complimented in my past relationships or with anything, and so it's kind of hard for me to take compliments, and I'm like, I don't know really how to react to them because it's just so new, because I've never had that before. You know what I mean? And another thing is, even with my long hair now, I was never able to have long hair.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
That's a good video of y'all.
But yeah, I've always had to have a certain look, and now that I'm kind of
Play it. Tap the screen.
out of that household and I'm able to do what I want, it's me more finding myself now, and people actually complimenting me. Even with my hair, I'm like, that's different, because this is the first time I've ever grown my hair out.
Yeah.
And I really like it. I just have a whole lot of hair loss that's going on that I need to fix, which I don't know how. But yeah,
sometimes that happens with long hair, and you also have very thick hair.
Yeah, that's what people say.
And curly hair. I feel like people would be alarmed by how much hair I lose, in a comb. Because
I just run my fingers through my hair. Last night, I washed my hair, and I swear to God, there was at least 50 strands that came out of my head, and I'm just I'm going bald.
Hey.
You'll be fine.
It happens, okay? Just chill. Enjoy what you got while you got it. Let her grab from both sides and ride that shit, okay?
Noted.
That's what it's there for.
So,
All
anyway,
this vanity shit, that doesn't matter. It fades. But those moments of her riding your face and using your hair like handlebars is something you'll never forget.
Oh, she hasn't done that yet, because I have to have my hair out of my face.
No, to the sides. It doesn't have to be in your face. She's literally
I don't
more
like my hair
pussy
pulled
in your face than anything.
I mean, I'm in there. She's always laying back, so it's just me, being
I'll
way
give
in
you
there.
that. Yeah.
you're like, I get up in there.
There ain't no hair pulling. I have to pull my own hair back and make sure it's in a ponytail.
You're like, I don't want to eat my hair while I'm
Hold
eating
on, let me
you.
get this out of my face.
That's how you know he's serious. He puts his hair in sport mode.
Damn right.
sport mode. I have to slick it back.
So I guess I kind of want to know. So since you've had this really cool experience with vlogging, and I'm sure probably a couple of other kinks, what are you kind of currently interested in? Since we're going through our, we're corrupting our resident Nilla, because you're not really a Nilla anymore. You're damn corrupted. Once you make that FetLife, that's the final stake.
Oh, I haven't made one.
Well, come on, get on it. Let's get on it. Let's be friends on FetLife.
I would just have it and just not even get on it. That's the thing.
I have 2 of them, and I don't ever get on them.
It would just kind of be there to just say, hey, I have a profile now. This is me. But that'd honestly be it. I wouldn't really get on there because I'm too wrapped up in, video games and other animes.
So I guess I just want to know, what else are you interested in exploring? Is there anything else that's kind of piqued your interest? You're maybe I'll try that.
There was, what was it, electric play? That
okay.
seemed interesting. I don't know.
Okay, if we're
Tell me
talking
when.
electric play, then I gotta ask:
Gotta narrow it
are
down.
you more after a tens unit style electric play, or are we more after a Violet Wand style electric
Yeah,
play?
probably like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where it's,
Because if you
real
were going
visible.
after Frankenstein or end scene electric play, that's no go. Because
no.
that only happens once.
You have a good time once. I'm just saying, if you ever want help with electric play, I have a lot of electric play stuff. Just
Oh, do you?
there. Yeah, and
Okay.
it's been sitting in my closet for
I
a
didn't know
year.
you were down with that stuff.
Not the doing it once.
No. The Violet Wand and all that.
Yeah. Brat of Steel and I found a couple on sale, and so we went that, and then we got drunk on power with the electric play, and we kept on ordering things and finding things and looking into it. Yeah, it was a whole thing that he and I
There's
went down.
a lot of stuff involved with that.
Well, the thing is there can be, because with electric play, you kind of could do a lot of stuff. I mean, there was a point when I finally got the body contact. That changed the whole game.
Yeah.
Right? And then you could do things I was running around and I was showing people, I was like, look what I can do. And I would,
Is that
turn on, Christmas lights with the body contact.
Okay, that's
Which is
cool.
like, I was just like, look at this, and they're like, this isn't even kinky anymore. This is just you being stupid. And I'm like, yeah. Or I'd run up and touch people.
Just like, ah!
Kneel before your god, Zap.
I think Gigantor can tell
the
you.
god of zaps.
I was not. I was very irresponsible with my power.
Okay, so Violet Wand is just like any other kink, okay? You can take it as shallow or as deep as you want to take it, okay? You can go the very bare minimum. I mean, just getting a wand and a single electrode. Or you can do stuff like getting 15,000 electrodes, getting branders, getting floggers, getting conductive rope. There's so very much you can do with
Conductive
them.
rope is on my list.
We've got some out in the garage.
I know.
Is
I
there
saw
such a thing as like having a flogger and like the ends of the like little flogger?
Or a zappy?
Or like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have one.
That's kind of fun.
It's
I've
a
actually-
whippy one though. It's not like a really big flogger like
Okay.
your honey probably has. It's a smaller one that's an attachment for it. But
Okay.
I make floggers specifically for the Violet Wand. Like, I haven't made them in a while. I need to make a
So
couple more.
how would you go about doing that? Is there something that you like? Do you have to wrap the wand around? Like, how does it distribute electricity? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Trade secrets, my friend.
Yeah.
There's conductive materials you can use to specifically make that zappy feel. But then there's also how you use them.
yes,
It's not like a traditional flogging, because if it was, you wouldn't feel
You
that
wouldn't get
zapping.
the zaps.
You would get the
Right.
thud and the sting. You might feel a little bit of the zap, but it's not going to be present.
but when you get the just the tips of it, you can see the little sparks go.
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
Oh
badass.
yeah,
It's really
right.
cool.
It's right. on, yeah.
So
Can you
there's
imagine just like twirling that thing around, just electricity. That'd be so fucking cool.
it's really fun. Well, we'll talk about this. Well, I'll help you out. This sounds like fun because I haven't been able to do electric play in a while.
Okay.
So electric play, is there anything else you can really think of that's like on your list of like I'm at least give that a try?
Nope.
Nope.
Like I don't know. I don't really like think about what I want to do next. It's kind of like, hey, if it presents itself in front of me and I'm interested in it, then I'll say something. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. See, I'm really forgetful. But yeah, as
Say it out loud
he
so our
said,
listeners can hear.
It was a shibari.
So rope.
So rope play was really cool. I like working with rope. I like learning different knots and stuff. I would like to get better at it. We just haven't had a like learning session because of COVID and all that stuff going on. But I've tied Miss Bee stings up a little bit, and it's still a learning process, but I enjoy it. Because they allow me to get certain positions that I want with restricting her body from being able to move, which is kind of awesome. I kind of like it.
Kind of like it. So then, how has your? I mean, we talked about how like before when you were like, oh shit, she's involved in this. They having orgies all the time. What are some other like parts of your perception surrounding kink of BDSM? Like, what other parts of that have changed? Because I know, like you said, you didn't really know a lot beforehand.
No, I guess the people involved, because I expected like people to be always, I guess, acting a certain way within this community. But yeah, no, that's not what it is at all. Everybody has their own personalities,
Fuck,
and it's
I let my guard down.
You can just say we're all a bunch of fucking nerds.
no,
It's fine.
and that's awesome because I'm a huge fucking nerd. Like, I didn't expect to be so, I guess, accepted in this community, and it's awesome to be able to talk with people who are like really nice and very knowledgeable in what they do and are willing to teach me stuff, even though I had no idea like I was ever going to be involved with this. But it's like new friendships that I really like. I've known a couple people in this community who I actually had no idea were involved in this community. And I've known them for years, like 12 years or some shit?
I think since middle school.
Yes, it's like middle school.
That's the voice of my partner, Gigantor, nerding out with like, oh my god, my friend's here.
Oh my god, me too.
Like, I had no idea that they were involved whatsoever. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. So now I have a friend who's in here I can actually talk to before I make friends with other people. So it was kind of like
your built-in comfort.
Yeah.
Your built-in security blanket.
So, like new to this, I was like, fuck, I'm not going to have anybody to talk to. Maybe by myself. But no, that's not what it was at all. And everybody's so accepting and just nice, and I really enjoy that.
I recently heard a comparison that if you were to build a Venn diagram of Kinksters, D&D players, and Rennies, it would be like a stack of pancakes.
Yeah.
So if you fit into one of those groups, you're probably going to fit in pretty fucking well to the other two. So explore.
So accurate.
You're going to find people you connect with.
Many D&D groups as I've been a part of with other kinky people.
I haven't played that at all, but it's really interesting.
Fucker.
I know.
Okay, so next time we start up a campaign here, I think you're going to be involved.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Be
You're
my
gonna like
too
it
as well, because she was just like, I would like to play a person, and she was just like, I want to be a bard or something.
You two
like,
would
okay.
both
we'll make
love
you
it.
a
I can
bard,
already
all
tell
right.
You have to sing.
No, you don't do that. But.
Huh? Didn't like the last part. An audience member said. Yeah, well, he was an a-hole.
Bard, specifically because he was an a-hole. It was
anyway,
fun. Sorry,
moving on.
listeners. Nothing that
That was
very
so
few
2
of you
years ago.
would know about. Right? Yeah, pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, I ran a D&D campaign, and two of the campaign members are in this room right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I was an occasional audience member.
that was fun.
It's really fun to watch you guys. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just be in the background. Just
Me who has no idea what I'm
shouting
doing,
random
but just roll anyways. Rolling!
You're a kicking ass during the roleplay
shit.
parts.
Throw a 6.
Well, I like to roleplay.
Yeah, and you're really good at it.
It's the dice part I don't like so much. Because why? I don't math.
Yeah, it's a lot of math. It's a lot of math.
Okay, let's actually bring this back to the podcast shit.
Yeah.
'cause D&D is fun, but I gotta ask you, what do you think? What do you think you would tell yourself if you could go back to yourself a year and a half ago, like just before you were introduced to this community? What advice would you give yourself right now?
I would say start vlogging right away, because like now that I think about it, I missed so many opportunities to actually get involved with it, because I was like very shy and I didn't know how to approach it because it's so new to me. And like, yeah, I actually would have liked to get involved with that more early on, so that way I'd be more knowledgeable and have, I guess, more time with experimenting, and seeing what I actually like.
Okay.
Because now I've been in the community over a year and I'm just now getting into this.
So would you say it's like hopping into learning some craft, some kink craft?
Yeah.
Okay. I quite like that. It's kind of just like, quit being so fucking shy and learn some of this shit. We'd be so much further ahead right now if you just would have.
I know. Like, I could be hitting multiple people right now.
Hey, speaking of that, I have a question for you. Because we've had Bee on several times, as you know.
Yeah.
And she shares all the information about you guys and how... So my question. Okay, first for the listeners who maybe this is your first episode and you're just hearing now. Bee Stings likes to scene with other people,
Right.
and so my question to you is, how have your feelings evolved from her saying, "Oh, I scene with these people. I beat boys or girls or whatever," to you hearing that and thinking about it, but then moving on to seeing it, like.
Yeah.
What's the evolution of your feelings about it from only hearing about it but not seeing it to then seeing it and maybe being okay with it? Maybe you think it's hot. Maybe you don't think it's hot.
Well, when I actually first observed her like scening with someone here, it was kind of cool. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was nothing really that I didn't like about it. I was just more interested, more than anything, because it's something new. I didn't feel like it was going to be any hindrance in my relationship with her at all. So it was more of just like, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. Like that's,
so is that what you thought when she told you about it? And then,
yeah,
like then seeing it,
yeah.
Was there
so
like a aha? This is really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was, because like I haven't seen anybody getting flogged beforehand, so to just see my actual partner just go in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of interested. What is this about? And she did a scene, and I went in there. I'm like, okay, so this is what it's about. And I didn't really understand what was like going on. I was just more trying to observe and take in what was happening and how she went about it. So yeah, that was very interesting, and I was proud of her that she like could do this shit. The mom, I was just like, holy shit! Like I wish I could fucking do that.
And now you can.
And now
Yeah.
He's blushing again.
Because I'm not so, I guess, shy about it.
It's cute.
But for me, it's just hard to accept things for myself because I wasn't ever in that environment, and it's to me, it's new. Like I guess beginning, I felt like I wouldn't be accepted to do this kind of thing. So there was kind of like something telling me, no, you can't do this. Like you shouldn't do this. And I guess that goes back to how I was raised. Like, why are you involving yourself with it? And it was kind of more me like, hey, open up yourself more, do things you want to do. So that's kind of where it's been going. And it's a lot of working on myself on my end and trying new things, which is shit. Now I'm 27. So it's been a little experience for that matter.
I was gonna say, admittedly, I didn't really know you in a vanilla context until recently, but I can say that at least kink wise and kink spaces, you have come so far out of your shell, and it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
You're just this quiet little sweet thing, by Bee's side before, and I was just kind of, oh, you're so cute. And of course, because my partner knows you.
The hell?
Oh, what was that?
I think we have an elephant in the neighborhood. I'm not sure.
I'm so sorry.
No, that derailed all of us.
Wait, was that what I thought it was?
I don't know, man.
All right.
I'm lost.
I'm just
barking spider or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
I was
There
gonna
might be
say,
some frogs in the house that I got stepped on.
obviously, since my partner has known you for a while, he had told me before, he was excited that you were around and that you're gonna get this sort of experience, because I don't know, to a certain extent I feel like he had a similar entrance in. I guess B and I import our boys into the community or something. So, but he's like, oh, he's such a nice. Oh my God, he's over.
Did you guys know each other prior to?
Yeah.
You did? You
Yeah.
and
Seriously,
Gigantor?
slept through
Me
that?
and him, and then I don't. Is it Noms? There we go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They went to school together.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've played sports with Noms.
Okay. All right.
So
Well,
No idea.
we joked that they had a little mini high school reunion here.
OMG.
So yeah, those were my friends.
That is crazy.
Be thankful that it wasn't my experience. My experience was I know that person and that person and that person and that person from church.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you one of those stories in particular after the podcast. I've said it on the podcast before, so y'all can go back and listen to the story of Tim.
damn it, Tim. Yeah, no, because Gigantor, he was just like, yeah, I'm excited that he's here. He's a really nice guy. I think that he's gonna really like it here. But like, I didn't really get to. What?
This is her story,
This is my
Shark Boy.
time.
You just stay over there being a little Shark Boy.
But he said a lot of like really positive things, and I was just like, this is a sweet little baby. It's fine. And then we go out the other night, and I find out you are a party monster.
Not really.
You are. Well, here's the thing. You are. I don't know if you know this, because game recognizes game. Okay, and we all know that I am like a pit bull doggo. You are a doggo. Whether or not you're a pet player, you are 100% like a protector. You go into like protective dog mode, and I really appreciate it. And you wouldn't know it because like he's all fun and goofy. No, he goes straight into like a you do this right now. Okay, good. What was it? Walk in front of me. What? Walk in front of me. Okay.
Well, that
keeping creeps from coming up on me and B. So
yeah, I've always been really protective over my friends and everything, even though I'm really small. Like, I'm only 5'3". Like, it doesn't really bother me, even if a person's like, and that one person was easily 6 foot who was trailing behind us.
Your personality is 7 foot, let me tell you. So
I was like, I don't care. I will take out your knees first, and I will get you. I was like, ah.
You said, don't make me come up there.
No, he's going to come down here. That's what's going to happen. Motherfucker looking down on me. I was like, you might have long, nice hair, but you are not nice. He did. He really had nice hair.
He did. It's
and,
a
like,
shame
I
that
saw
he
him
was
at
a
the bar.
fucking creep.
Yeah, and I saw him at the bar, and I was like, wait, hold on. Because I was distancing myself from the entire group because I was on my phone game, and I get really into my phone game, and I kind of like did. I can only do one thing at a time, so I was a little spaced out when everybody was drinking. But I saw this dude, pass everybody, and he does this like little head turn and was looking at everybody, and I'm like, So I watched him at the bar, and like he went to an area to where I couldn't see what he was doing, so you couldn't see if he like put something in the drink or not. And then he comes up to the group and he's like, "Hey, what?" And I think did he come up to you?
He went up to B specifically and said, "Hey, do you drink dark liquor?" and tried to hand her the cup.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's when I like shot up and I was like, "No, excuse me, what are you doing here, sir?"
B shut him down pretty good.
Yeah,
but like
it was that same guy who was trailing us later that night.
Really?
Yes. And that's why I was
he literally was following you?
Yeah, and it's when our group had gotten much smaller.
And it was just me, Anemic Princess here, and B.
Yeah, and we were walking back.
Yeah, and there was nobody around us. Like, it was just us three for a good, 2 whole blocks of walking. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a big dude, but I was just like, okay, get in front of me. You two walk ahead. I will be in back.
Wow.
Protective mode engaged.
I say, he's a guard dog. He's 100% a guard dog.
Stomp.
He's ready to
I was like, this
people
is
up.
135 pounds of kicking ass. I was like, I can do this. I will knife hand you way the fuck over there, guy.
Don't make me put you through that window.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't do that. There is not enough strength for that. But I will get up on the ground nonetheless. It was fun though. It was a good night. There was a lot of dancing.
Yes, there was a lot of that. Anyway, so it's so funny because my first thinking, oh, he's so quiet and sweet, and then a couple weekends ago, I'm like, oh, this boy is a guard dog. And I was drunk as hell, so I'm just like, yay, protection.
If you ever get in that position again where you see somebody do something that is, shall we say, nefarious with a drink that he then offers to somebody in your party, you encourage them to take a drink of it. See what happens.
Right.
Just what happens.
That's good.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's good.
Like, hey, you want to drink that first?
Oh, dude, you gotta have some of that yourself. Okay, you're getting behind. Just bottoms up right now. Come on.
Mm-hmm. You could double fist it. Come on, guy.
Right? What are you, a pussy?
That guy was so weird. He's like right up on B. It was uncomfortable.
Imagine if he had done it. He slipped himself a Mickey.
Random. When I was at a grad night in high school, some guy roofied himself trying to roofie a girl.
Are you serious?
It was wonderful. I couldn't believe it.
As my dear would say, how the tables have turned-tabled.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Oh,
It was wonderful. And like this girl, she ended up, because my teachers were kind of walking around chaperoning. She was from a whole other school, and she comes up and she's like, this weird thing just happened, because he handed her a drink and she went to open up the bottle and the cap was already off.
Oh.
So she just kind of closed it. And she waited till he walked away, and just to be careful, switched their drinks because they had the same one.
Oh, she switched them?
Yeah, she switched
nice.
them, and she just kind of held on to the other one, and she didn't even end up taking a drink of his because she was just so paranoid. And yeah, he took a swig of his, and immediately was just gone. Can you imagine getting roofied at the happiest place on earth?
At Disneyland?
At Disneyland. Disneyland
Damn.
for grad night. And my teachers, they couldn't stop laughing about it. They were like, "Oh my god!"
Laughing.
Wait,
Oh
was
my
this
God.
a student?
No, laughing at the guy.
Was it a
not
student?
at the girl? Yes, they were students.
Oh my God.
No. If I was a teacher of those students and the girl had come to me and said, "Hey, this just happened."
They obviously weren't laughing at her.
No. I'm not saying that they were. But my response would not be laughing. My response would be, haul that little motherfucker to the cops.
Oh, well, obviously that's what happened. He was passed out in a bush.
Good.
There was no, they handled business, but I gotta tell you, on the bus ride back, they're like, "Hey, we all have to tell you something that's kind of serious, just so you're aware." And they told us, and we were just all there, and then they just bust out laughing. They're like, "This idiot. He really,
Okay, well, that's better.
No, they didn't start laughing at this girl.
I thought, yeah,
they're not
'cause-
evil.
My mind was just that was the initial
No,
teachers
God, no.
oh haha.
They're like, "Hell yeah, this girl is smart."
Yeah.
My grad night was weird. I saw someone get proposed to. I'm like, "Aren't we 17?" It's a whole thing.
Right.
Anyway, that was a nice little derailing conversation about getting roofied at Disneyland. Let's avoid that.
Yeah, let's do that.
So Lala.
I'm going to take a drink
Yeah.
of this. None of you put anything in it, did you?
I did.
Not this time.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
It could be
I'll enjoy you later.
Sweet nectar, but then again you
Oh,
might like it.
He's guzzling it.
He's like, ooh, nectar.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy you later. That's right. All right, baby. Did you have a question?
Yes. So Lala, you're talking about kind of what Russ would have gone back and told himself when he was brand new. I kind of want to know that just kind of general newbie advice from both of you.
Uh-huh. What would we have wanted to have?
What would you now go back and tell you then, just entering in?
I would have told myself when I was 16, still a virgin Molly Mormon that just read Exit to Eden, that book, that people do that. That's real. That's real stuff, and you should look into it when you're 18. And I did not know that until I was 30.
Damn.
I wish I knew sooner. I would tell myself, definitely. Yeah. I missed out on some years. But
Well, it looks like Paul's thinking real hard.
Oh, you're waiting for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, she asked us both.
I didn't realize that. I thought
That's what I would tell myself.
I didn't know why
why
she
we
was
were
asking him
all-
again.
No. She's
It's like we
What
just
was
went
in
over
your
this
okay.
with
All
him.
right, I did just roofie
I'm not
him.
sure. Something.
I did just roofie him.
That water tastes a little
nectar
funky.
guy.
It's almost like Oildale water. It's weird.
Oh.
What I would tell myself if I could go back and talk to myself before I got into the community, be a little more secure in yourself, because the people that you're going to run into, they are there too. If you know them, they're not going to narc you out. They're there just the same as you. So there is that mutually assured destruction if they go flapping their gums at somebody that shouldn't know that you're there. So take that assurance that they're not going to go saying anything either. Okay? What?
On that, I have something to add.
Yeah.
Also, when I got into the lifestyle, I was like, "Ah!" I was so excited. I told everybody.
Oh, no kidding.
I told everybody. I told bosses. I told managers.
I stand corrected, listeners. I'm sorry.
I told my best friend who stopped talking to me for 3 years. Now I just pretend like that was a phase in my life because she won't talk to me if she knows I'm in the lifestyle. Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Oh.
I would tell myself, keep it
Right.
to yourself, keep it in the community. But I was like, there's a term for that.
Shut the fuck up.
Frenzy.
Yeah, frenzy. I was in
Oh,
frenzy.
frenzy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were going for learn to keep your mouth shut. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, that works. Anyway, did you have more to say? Those were my two.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I tell the listeners to, be bold because nobody's going to go flapping their gums about it. And then Lala says, I wouldn't flap my gums about it.
Oh, I have another thing. This is
All the things.
don't get hung up on age.
That's true.
I got hung up on age. This man on the couch right here, I could have had him 15 years ago. And I was hung up on age because I felt like I needed to be younger than my partner.
Okay.
Now you feel like you need to be older than your partner?
No.
No?
But
This is
I
not a factor.
wouldn't be with him because he was so much younger. And I finally got to the age where I just was like,
Yeah, if he
I want
was
what I
so
want.
much younger, he's probably still so much younger.
he is still so much younger.
Okay.
But in a lot of ways, he's so much more mature. Which is what I need, which is so perfect. So don't get hung up on age.
I mean, if you want a space where age gap relationships are accepted,
This is it.
this is it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, kink was a big thing for, a lot of people where that was their preference, was either a partner much older or much younger than them.
Yeah.
This is the place.
Yeah. So those are mine.
I mean, me and B are only like 3 weeks apart, so there's not too much of a.
That's a
She
small
is
gap.
older than me.
We got
So-
10 years on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my mistress and I are
It's ancient.
my mistress and I are 23
stop.
years apart.
No.
Damn.
How many years?
23.
Oh.
And my girlfriend and I are 3 years apart. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
They're both equally valid relationships.
right?
I was going to say, Gigantor is probably the person closest to my age that I've dated since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So, because,
Oh, please don't tell me that. I'm going all sorts of terrible places right now.
Well, don't do that.
it's probably correct because I was not,
Oh.
yeah. And it was just like, everyone was just really cool with a 17-year-old dating someone who was 24 when my high school. So that was a thing. No one did anything about that. That's something we're not going to even talk about. But
Noted.
yeah. But I will say that once I was of age, even still then, I did prefer older partners. I think the biggest age gap I had was about 30 years, maybe a little bit under 30 years with a partner. So it was weird, like, meeting Gigantor and, like, actually being into him because I was like, oh, man, like, so this is the age that boys stop being stupid. This is great.
30?
Well,
I know personally I stopped being
probably
stupid
around
right
my
around
age, to be
27, 28.
He's back there shaking his head.
I'm saying no to Russ. I do stupid shit on regular.
Oh, okay. Well, besides that, but you're
not
closer to my age, because yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing stupid shit to me is the whole idea. It doesn't feel like I'm
Right.
dating a child when I'm dating him. And I started dating him about 2 years ago, so he had to have been 25, I think, when we started dating. Yeah. So I was just, I don't know, maybe I was just always looking for something a little older. I don't know.
You
But
guys
so
been together 2 years, huh?
yeah,
Awesome.
a little over 2 years. But yeah, so, and all of my partners tend to be a little bit older than me anyway, but now it's not something where I feel like, no, I have to seek out someone who's at least 40. Like, I don't, that's not something that pops up in my brain anymore. Now I'm just kind of like, a lot more open to everyone. So, yeah. Though I think that if I were to go back and, I would say talk to myself who was first entering the community. Like, if I were to talk to that person in particular, I would say probably two things. One of those things is that's a big fat red flag. Stay away from it. I know they look real pretty. You got to stay away from it. And the other one would be one of the first things that Greedy's mistress told me, which is don't put yourself in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Because she told me that and I did it anyway and I severely regretted it. So apparently I would have to just pound that into my head.
I'm sorry, but my mind started singing Out of the Box.
Out of the box.
Okay. I'm shutting that shit down right now. Jeez.
Farewell.
Hey.
laughing.
And he was always playing like a little drum.
So cute.
You know what we're talking about? Okay.
Unfortunately, yes.
I can't remember what that show was called, but I liked it.
Out of the
Out
box.
of the box.
I watched it with my kids. You guys
Yeah.
are my kids' age, so
That was a good show. wasn't
And
it?
I like
Yes.
that show.
and Bear in the Big Blue House and Blue's Clues. Yeah,
Did you see
was
that
so
Steve
heartwarming.
made a
I
social media
did.
comeback?
I
Yes,
did.
like a
Yeah.
toxic ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it was nice.
It was very
message.
sweet. But,
Oh, wait, the
but
Blue's Clues, Steve.
it was
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
it was very reminiscent to me. Like I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. But later on, I was looking at it. I was like, I feel like I have had boys from high school give me something. I never forgot you. You look great, by the way.
OMG.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to
you
fuck it
just
up for you.
tainted it for me.
No.
Oh, I was like, so
No,
my
I'm not going to
heart-
think it like that. No.
Okay, well,
I
nope,
refuse.
I can't either. No, stop it.
I'm
Next
stronger
question,
than
please.
this.
I would like it if I was gonna say the three of us, but really you two, because y'all have been doing this longer than me.
Having a
So-
threesome? What?
Hey, let us impart some knowledge upon our freshly corrupted Nilla here. So I want to know what advice you'd like to give him, even if it's like, what are some skills that you should know? What are some communication skills that you should know? What
Ooh, I
lingo
got this
should you
one.
have?
I
Go
got this
for
one.
it. I knew you'd be good at this.
Okay.
Greedy.
First off, communication is imperative. Okay. It is everything when you're getting into any sort of kink. Okay. Especially if you're going to be doing any sort of the potentially dangerous ones.
Right.
Rope, learn with the 2-finger rule. Okay. Tie yourself first. Get to know your own body. Understand your partner's body. Understand. Learn everything you possibly can about anatomy. I'm pretty certain that your partner is rather well educated on anatomy as well. So they'll be able to help you out with that too. But do not, for any reason, do it on your own.
Okay.
Get with somebody that is experienced and is experienced teaching.
Right.
Because if you don't, I guarantee you're going to fuck it up and you're probably going to wind up permanently damaging your partner.
Okay.
So take your time with rope, okay?
Okay.
Ease into it. Do small things first. Slowly progress into the more complicated things, but learn from people that know what they're doing and know it well.
Yeah, because when we were practicing, we've done like little stuff. It's not anything elaborate whatsoever, but we were probably just waiting until there was classes that would start up again where I could actually learn more in depth about it and make sure everything's right with, safety and all that. Because I don't want to do something that's ultimately gonna fuck up my partner.
Yeah. That's what you want to avoid, because once your partners are damaged, like once they are hurt by your hand,
Right.
you lose some of that trust between the two of you. That's not something you want to lose.
No.
Lala, you got anything for him?
I agree with his communication stance, and I believe that you should try everything
Everything.
a little bit.
Including
can-
butt stuff.
So I can spit in your mouth a little bit longer.
No,
But you said everything. You can't go back on your word.
I mean, right now you're trying flogging.
Right.
Pick up a paddle, pick up a piece of rope. But like he said, there's a lot of nerves and stuff in the body. I'm not going
Right.
to go into stuff. My husband is a rope god. I profess him to be a rope god. But there's a lot of damage that you could do with rope, so you got to be careful. But the other things, the electric play, I don't know. There's probably a lot of safety with that too. But get with someone who knows.
Right.
But try a little bit of everything. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to keep doing it. But
as long as you try.
open yourself up to different things, because you may hold a paddle and be like, oh, this feels good. This feels better than a flogger. And it's easier
I
to
haven't
wield
even
and
tried the
whatever.
paddle yet.
I just be experimental. Open yourself up for different things.
Right.
Yes, and butt stuff.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Very much in the same vein, I would say for sure, education is everything. Never stop learning. Really, kind of in any facet of your life, but especially in kink, because kink is always evolving. I would also like to add that, especially, when, God willing, this pandemic ends and we're able to go back to our play spaces, realize that BDSM is not a dick measuring contest. Because just because you see, the couple in the corner doing this amazing, beautiful scene going hard as hell doesn't mean that you have to, there's no, graduation up to that. There is no graduating from kink school. It's you do what makes you feel good and what's going to satisfy your partner and make them feel good. And you make sure you uphold your own boundaries, because as of right now, and obviously this can change, I see you kind of leaning a little bit more top-wise. I feel like...
Oh, he's totally going submissive.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But, hey, I never thought I would...
MS relationship right here forming.
I mean, to be fair, I came in here thinking that, that I was going to be a slave, and I'm barely a bottom now. So you don't know how things can change. But yeah, that's just kind of derailed me a little bit. God damn. But, I feel like a lot of information that is available to newbies tends to be catering more to the bottom side of the slash, don't make sure you're taken advantage of, and speak up for your boundaries, and feel free to use your safe word. All those things apply to you too as a top, which makes sure that, you get yourself taken care of. Your girl is real good at these things now. I've told her recently on an episode that watching her be able to assert her boundaries makes my heart very happy. Not even just seeing her as a top, but because she's my friend and knowing how she's grown. She's someone that will definitely be able to help with that. So use your resources like your girl, and she would teach you to be a fantastic top as well if that's something that you're interested in.
Yeah, and when we were this is going back to the session we had with Jack, we were actually flogging Jack simultaneously. Like she was on one side and I was on the other, and that was kind of cool.
That's a great way to learn, and it also seems like it's a great bonding experience for the two of you as well. And I really love that.
I'm so proud.
To further the communication thing, do debriefings.
Yeah.
So after you have a scene, sit and talk with her about it.
Bear calls them after action reports.
Yeah, same thing. Find out what they like. Tell them what you liked. Find out what they don't like. Tell them what you didn't like. Okay. Any communication breakdowns that might have happened in the scene, you need to bring that up then as well, because it's going to be fresh in your mind, relatively recent after the scene. From there, follow up the next day, the day after that, just to see how each of you is doing, because drop is a thing for both sides of the slash.
Okay.
And can be delayed.
Yes, it can. My very first scene, I was doing fine. Day 3, oh my God, I want to die. It was awful. And if I hadn't had somebody that was intuitive and cared, then I would have gone a real dark place real fast. So check in with your partner frequently.
Noted.
Ask questions to everyone, because people may even have different answers. There could be, I've been in lifestyle discussions is actually a really good example of that, where there are people who have been here for the same amount of time, a whole lot of years, and they have completely different views on things. There are partners. I've seen partners sit there that have been involved for a long time, and they're like, hey, I know that they say do this, but here's my view on it. So it kind of allows you to ingest a lot of different views and a lot of different kinds of advice, so that you can ultimately decide what's right for you, right? Use some critical thinking, if you would, and figure out what is going to work best for you and what you need.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. There's your unsolicited advice. I like how I just kind of volunteered. We're going to teach him a thing.
Damn it, he's going to listen to this.
I'll take any information I could get.
In that case, let me teach you all about scat play. So,
oh, God.
Just kidding.
Pull out the instruments.
And you start scatting into the microphone. Scat man. Anyway. So with that, we want to talk a little bit about our kink/fetish of the week.
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to make Russ read it off.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wait. What is it? Oh, boy.
The very last one, it's labeled. So go ahead and tell us about our kink/fetish of the week, if you would.
I cannot pronounce that, and I do not want to butcher that.
We butcher it every week.
Yeah, because we don't know how to say it either.
All right, so Cara unophilia? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's the word. It says a sexual fascination with thunder and lightning, similar to arousal from thunderstorms, and it has in parentheses, brontophilia. You can't incorporate it into your sex, but a thunderstorm makes a good backdrop for sexy times. Many people find their levels of desire increase during these storms.
All right, that's interesting.
Huh.
Cool.
No, I actually, Huh.
You're like, let's fuck in a thunderstorm.
No, we've experienced this before in Oklahoma, and no, that was actually a thing. It was actually
Did
it
heighten
kind
it?
of
out there.
set the mood, is what it did.
Okay, so there's actually a term that goes in conjunction with this one. Astrophilia is arousal from lightning, as opposed to the thunder, the sound. The arousal from the sight of it is astrophilia. Astrophilia. But yeah, try both ways, because there's going to be storms that you're not going to see a lot of the lightning, but you'll hear a lot of the thunder, and it always gets my blood pumping.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that experience. Though to be fair, thunder and lightning scare me. So I feel like if I were to have that experience, it'd be like a straight up CNC scene, like some heavy fear play going on, because that'd be the one time. But I would probably not be in the mood. I don't think that Gigantor and I have had that experience.
We've never been in a storm.
Yeah, I don't think we've
this
been in a
area
storm
doesn't
together.
have like heavy storms at all.
No.
Yeah.
More Midwest. That's where. Yeah.
This area is there's going to be some lightning out on the horizon, and you might hear a little bit of thunder 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know, like, my partner Rogue, I'm pretty sure, has told me about, like, fucking during, like, tornado season, and I'm like, whoa.
What?
Well, because they're from the Midwest, so.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were, like, fucking to the sounds of the siren. I'm not
Oh
sure.
my God. No, there's a term for that, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Tornadophilia.
I'm going to look that shit up real quick.
Watch, it's going to be some real random.
It's going to be super crazy sounding.
Lalopsophilia.
Lalopsophilia.
Yeah, LALAPSOPHILIA.
Oh.
There's a philia for everything.
Oh, yeah, there is. There's a philia for getting turned on to things.
Yeah. There is. That's right. I've seen that in like a master list of like kink terms. That was fun. Okay, that was cool.
All these end in philia.
It's something like elaphia. It's a palindrome.
Yeah. Anyhow, that was
Yeah.
cool. That was cool. You good? You good, Lala?
I'm great.
Are you over there texting?
I'm sorry, my boss is texting me and I had to answer.
Okay.
Hi, boss.
I'm sorry.
Say hi.
I can't
for me.
tell her no. Mm-mm.
You're like, boss lady, I'm talking about sex right now.
She always wants to know what I'm doing Thursday nights, and I say, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. So
Just
she
tell
doesn't
her
really want to know.
somebody said hi.
I'm not telling her that.
Oh, you should.
No. But I have to respond, so carry on without me, please.
Okay.
Carry on my wayward son.
Did you learn something today, Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like I learned something like every day that I get involved with the community, to be honest.
I hope it's all good things.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's like, because it may not always be good things. You sit there and you're just like, wow, that is not my kink. That is no.
Oh, no. Yeah, yesterday I learned something about lesbians. What was the term called?
It's called lesbian.
Hold on. No. There's like, it was something that's not called scissoring, but it's like a different position. And
Is
it's
it
just
tribbing?
like the
Grinding?
That's what it is.
What is it
Tribbing
called?
is.
What is- wait,
I
what is
hate
it called?
Tribbing.
Tribbing.
Yeah.
I do not like scissoring. I don't get any pleasure out of it.
Okay.
But Do you not know what tribbing is?
I don't. Please tell.
It's kind
I
of
want
like,
to try it.
instead of like, these are the legs, I'm holding up my fingers, listeners, it's going to be a little weird. Instead of like, scissoring
down.
where like they're pushing their vulvas against each other,
Yeah.
you just move a little bit and you're getting each other's thighs, usually right at the top of the thigh.
So the way I was
I
explaining
feel like
to
it's a
it,
lot
it was
more
like
pleasurable.
one person's laying down, the other person's like kind of
riding their
cowgirl
thigh?
riding.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
With their
angle.
thigh digging
Yeah.
into the other
You see
one?
what I mean?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
like
you can
this.
do that, and
Yeah.
honestly, the person on the bottom, if they have enough hip movement, can move a little bit too against the other person's thigh. I find it, I don't know, for me, it's a lot better. I've done it with even my partners that have male genitalia, because I'm just like, it's just rubbing up against their thigh,
Yeah.
So
I
I
see nothing wrong
personally
with
like
that.
better. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's something new for you to learn today.
There you go. Thank you for giving us that knowledge.
I mean, I said I learned something yesterday.
I learned
It's
all
just
about
the
tribbing.
hard thing is trying to remember, because I forget a lot. I feel like my mind's escaping me the older that I get, and I'm only 27, so I couldn't imagine in 3 years.
You'll just be like a
Shut
little
up.
himbo.
No, but it's true. My father's a lot worse than me. I'm just like, oh.
And I'm like, this is our himbo Russ. We didn't make him this way. He came to us this way.
Yeah, I'll be 38 in a month.
Nice.
Have
You
a
look like
birthday.
you're like 31.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wouldn't have thought.
Me
30.
next. Me next. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you want an honest answer?
Yeah.
41, 42.
Lies.
What do you mean lies?
No,
I'm
that's the way I
60.
perceive you.
I'm 60.
You've been
Oh,
told
wow.
that by a bunch of people.
I don't know about that's true.
She's not really.
She's not really 60. She's
I look damn good for 60, though, don't I?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed you're. Yeah, no.
I'm not.
You'd be right. She's not.
I tell people that because,
Because she looks damn good for 60.
yeah.
Honestly, for her actual age, she looks damn good anyway. So
We're sticking with 41, 42, though, so.
I like it.
good.
It's
answer.
wrong, but I like it.
You're welcome.
Oh damn.
well, that was a good episode.
I think it's been pretty fun.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being on, Russ, and
Yeah.
we're popping your podcast cherry. Just popping
Right.
cherries left and right. Really.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed talking to everybody.
Thanks for being had.
So, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to leave with our
Or
listeners?
did you ask him if he could ask questions? Because I'm sorry, I was having a separate.
Huh?
Yeah, we did.
Did you? All
We
right.
asked if he had any questions.
Yeah, no, I don't really
Okay.
have a lot.
Okay. Final thoughts. Sorry, I was in my own.
It's
You were
more of
texting
like a-
your boss
Yeah.
I know.
like
Sorry.
half of the
boss
podcast.
Lady.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyways, no, the thing that I could take from this is communication with partners, and even like you get into a scene, that partner, communication's key. You got to work on it. So for me, I appreciate you guys telling me, hey, this is what you could expect. These are things that need to be brought to light. If you could work on these, awesome. Make sure you do this early on, so then your experiences with this are just so much better. So I appreciate you guys telling me the things that I could work on and things to work towards. Hopefully I could get in there sooner or later. Like COVID isn't a thing, but we'll see. So, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure Shock Dog, it's been a while since I've seen him, and to have him see me now going from, hey, everybody, this is me. I'm going to sit right here and not talk to anybody, to hitting people. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
Who is this?
He'll be happy.
Yeah, he'll be glad. And then he can have his Flogger 101 class, and then you can jump in there. And then he can have his Flogger 201 class, and you can jump in there.
I could learn.
Learn stuff.
Yeah. Lala,
Final thoughts?
final thoughts?
Be kind and patient with all the new people, and give them all the information that you have to help them grow and learn in the right way.
I love that.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Anemic,
It's very wholesome.
have you got any final thoughts?
Corrupt all vanillas.
Yay!
Are you talking about tripping?
I gotta try that.
Lola's gonna. She has something. She gotta try out now.
I felt so attacked.
I gotta try
You're
it.
talking about trip. I'd rather you would have called me a slur. God damn. Hey, Greedy, do you have any final thoughts?
If you see something you want to try, go for it. Don't be afraid. Just step up and give it a try. Be happy to look goofy. Be happy to look funny. Be happy to feel awkward, because that is what it takes to learn how to do it right.
True.
If you can do that, then you're gonna find a lot of success in the lifestyle and out.
Agreed.
I love that. That was a killer final thought. God,
Thank you.
We're going to end on Greedy every single time. Anyway, with that, in the immortal words of Captain Awesome.
We are out.
Bye!
Oh, damn.
Da, 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 da.
Now to go trip.
The trouble with tripping.
We did it! Oh!
I was like, now to go trib.
Wait, is there trouble with tribbing?
There is tribbing afoot.
A tribbing we will go, a tribbing we will go.